Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me. I'm back. I've been real busy. I've been doing some modifications to the van here, and I've got this new table, so I'm actually sitting in a front seat that's swiveled back around, and I'm comfortable here, which is nice. Versus sitting on the edge of the bed is a little bit wonky, but I thought this might work for being able to see the cards better. So we're gonna play with this for a minute. I do trust that a actual legitimate reading could occur, but I don't really know what to read on. It was more to just see if the camera angle was going to work out. And I know the lighting is weird with the sun and the... I know, there's a lot. But, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll find it if it's really important. Like, if this spot works, I could theoretically put some kind of light facing this way to light up my face a little better. But as it stands, I'll just do this and we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's get into it here. Let's see what's going on. You know, for me personally, a lot of stuff's going on. It's been post-eclipse has been weird. It's been emotionally very, very intense for me, and I'm realizing lots of things. You know, the eclipse was a good time to release things and let go of things, and in so doing, I had more of an understanding of the things that I want to hold on to. So, and that is both good and bad, sort of. Not bad, but difficult. It's good, but it's difficult because the things I want to hold on to are things that I'm going to have to fight for really hard, and I think it's going to be worth it at every step of the way. So, anyway, we're kicking things off with the Sun card here that just came out. I don't know, this might work. I know it's a little shitty, but like I said, I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out for the van here. Okay, we got the Sun, we got the Seven of Cups. Okay. And we also, as our third card here, is going to be, Justice. Justice, okay. The Sun, the Seven of Cups, and Justice. Underlying the deck here is the Eight of Swords. So there has been a sense of feeling stuck in certain ways that's been very difficult. I think feeling stuck by the notion that you have like so many choices and infinite possibilities, but these are all held within the mind. You know, in the Seven of Cups, it's like they're all things that don't actually exist yet. They're things that he's contemplating, right? Thinking about. Justice and the Sun, I think the Sun is just literally illuminating what things are actual choices and valid choices and good choices, and what things are just illusory things that don't matter. You know, there's all sorts of things going on in these cups. So, and they're all kind of things that are a bit of a base desire kind of things. They appeal to the base desires, like the woman, you know, that's, you know, whatever, sexual energy. You've got the snake, of course, that's the deceptive energy, or quote, supposedly, not really though. And then you've got, you know, you've got jewels, you've got the wreath of victory, you've got a dragon. It's like, it's all stuff like surrounding the 3D, and the 3D is such a funny thing because it is where we live and it's how we engage in reality, but it's also kind of a bastard because it's not the only thing, you know. Not everybody agrees with me on this, but I feel strongly about that. It is not. There's more to it. There's more to it, and it's valid stuff. So, okay, let's go ahead and clarify a little bit. Let's get some clarification on the Sun. Clarification on the Sun, please. I think I understand, but, you know, we don't want to presume. We've got the Ace of Wands. So that's a brand new beginning in passion, in passionate energy, which I like that because that's also, of course, that's fire. The Wands is fire. The Sun is fire. It's Leo. You know, ooh, it's hot. It's hot out there, man. It actually is hot out there. I'm in Florida right now, and I'm cooking. Like, I'm roasting like a rotisserie chicken in this van. Hashtag van life. True story though, vans are not as glamorous and fun as some of the people on the internet make it out to be. You know, it's really not. But it does afford you some really cool adventures if you're into it. You've got the Five of Wands also, okay, card of conflict. Conflict, I'm gonna lean towards conflict resolution, and as I say that, I see the Six of Wands on the bottom here, so that is like the next step in the wand progression. So like, yeah, there's some, I feel like the sun here is sort of bringing about just this new inspiring information that puts it into internal conflicts. And then of course the Four of Pentacles here. Some of you, that conflict may be coming from a place of just feeling like it's just not safe. Like I really, safety, yeah, there's some concern about safety. Underlying is the Fool. One of my favorite cards in the tarot actually is this. It's on the bottom of my skateboard, and I'm a 40-year-old man riding a skateboard, living in a van, so that tells you everything you need to know, I think, about why I love the Fool card. Optimism and lust for life are things that make life worth living. And it didn't come naturally to me. These are skills that I developed over time. I was a very, 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 very straight-laced conservative person in many ways, politically, religiously, and also even just in the way that I operated in life. I always took the safe road. I always did the responsible thing up until a certain point in my life where I just rebelled against it. I mean, I totally shifted, right? You know, in a way, I'm hoping this is resonating for somebody, but I almost feel like I'm doing a read for myself in some ways. Let's get some clarification on the Seven of Cups. And I probably will just post, even if it is a read for me, or I think it is, I'm still going to post it up, I think, because I like to read tarot and sort of try to convey some principles of tarot and teach a little bit of tarot at the same time. I want it to be useful somehow, even if it's only academically, and you're not resonating with the message. Like, that's okay, because it helps you learn more about how, you know, some of the meanings in these cards. And there are layers upon layers upon layers upon layers of meaning that people ascribe to these cards. And I always learn something new when I watch a reader that's interested in conveying these principles. And so sometimes when people are using the actual Rider-Waite Smith, I really appreciate that, because it just, there's a lot of intention in these, and I think some of the other decks that work off of that but go in different areas, like, they're fun to collect, they're fun to use, they do, of course they work because everything works, but sometimes they can lose a bit of the nuance that's actually in these cards that people don't really understand. Like, there's a lot going on in here. So anyway, clarifying the Seven of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords. Gee, that's a shocker, isn't it? That's what I was saying at the beginning. It's like the decisions, the choices, the illusion of the choices has been stressful. You'll remember the underlying was the Eight of Swords, and we talked about that a bit. Like, feeling stuck. Feeling stuck, of course, causes anxiety. It causes sleepless nights. Ask me how I know. You know what? Last night I woke up at 1:11, and because I'm so spiritual. I'm kidding. I looked at it. It was 1:11. And I was up from then until like 4:30 in the morning. It was just a miserable night, you know, because I had a lot on my mind, like too much on my mind. And I wasn't able to distract myself. I'm in this weird dead zone in terms of like cell signal and stuff. So it's like I didn't really have the luxury of going on YouTube and you know, just wasting time, whatever. I was in this place that, you know, I had to just sit with my thoughts, but I couldn't sleep. So yeah, Nine of Swords. Now, what's the next one? Eight of Wands. I love that, because that is clarity. Like, the Seven of Cups being clarified by the Nine of Swords, and then the Eight of Wands is saying that there is clarity coming in, and that is such a beautiful thing. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles, kids. Come on now. You know what? You want to claim this message? Do it. If you don't. I am. Underlying is death, and that is transformation. I want to get a little closer here for a second. Let's just look at who is lying on the ground. Who's lying on the ground in this card? Trampled underfoot by the pale white horse. Pale white horse. Those of you who know. It's the king. It's the king. You know who's standing there? The priest and the children. In other words, with the children, it's those that are innocent in heart and mind and still have some malleability in terms of how they perceive the world because they're still open to learning about it. And the priest, in this case, I consider him to be more of a peacemaker. Priests are actually pretty rigid individuals in general, and I'm not a religious person, so I have opinions about priests, but I would say that the king is dead and the priest is not. The priest is supposed to be a assistant and facilitator to help the king make decisions. Some of you may or may not know this, but Rider-Waite-Smith stuff has a lot of Christian iconography, and it's got a history in Judeo-Christian traditions. And in the Old Testament and the Bible, the Israelites, even though they weren't supposed to have a king at all, they kept wanting one, so God changed his mind and gave him one, which is obviously dumb. But the whole point was the priesthood. The Levites, the priesthood was supposed to have basically a higher authority than the king did, and the king was supposed to actually sort of yield to the priesthood and take advice from the priesthood. So that's what that's all about. That was a huge side note. What I'm seeing, though, basically is a lot of these thoughts of having choices and being overwhelmed by choice and finally finding some clarity and attaining that sort of Ten of Pentacles legacy path in life is about the idea of humbling yourself and being able to actually yield to the forces in the cosmos that dictate how things are. To embrace change is to be empowered, and people wrestle with this principle so hard. I've met so many people, especially through this tarot channel, whenever there's any kind of actual personal conversation going on, that man, they're stuck on something and they want something to go some way. And it's the whole point of this is to tell you sometimes that's not how it works. You don't. It's if you're fixated on the person or the outcome that has to be this way, and you're wrestling it, constantly wrestling it, you're missing the point. If you would yield to it and learn how to flow with it, you would find yourself in a position where you actually align with your true life path. Now, that's not saying that you're doing something wrong, because you are moving at the speed and at the pace and on the course that you are meant to move on and will move on no matter what happens regardless. So you're good, you're fine, to quote Jimmy, you're good. But and some of you may or may not know what that means. It doesn't matter. Tarot Ship with Jimmy, one of the best tarot channels out there. I love that channel. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Be flexible. Let's get into the clarification of justice, because we're taking a long time here. I'm deep diving with you guys a little bit here. But let's check out justice. Comment below if you liked the video. Of course, comment please and hit the like button. But comment below if you can see the cards all right and that this angle's semi-decent. I can improve it. I will get better lights and so on. But if you feel like this is better than the previous ones where I'm facing the other way, let me know. Also comment if you want a van tour. It's not much to see, but if you want it, I'm happy to oblige. So regarding justice, we've got the Page of Pentacles here. Okay, Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is an offering of an opportunity. Every time I see that card, I always think of somebody offering a cookie, which sounds really stupid. I mean, pentacles aren't cookies. They could be cookies. It is something that involves, the pentacles is the earthly realm, and it involves anything material. So food, money, all those types of things, right? But anyway, that cookie is important. And then, here's the thing. I like this. I don't know what this third card is yet. I'm going to pick it up now. But these two, we've got the Knight of Cups there following the Page of Pentacles. It's it seems like a small offering. It seems like a cookie, right? But what it really is something emotionally fulfilling that's coming towards you and being presented to you. you have in the Ace of Cups or any of the aces the hand of God coming out and offering the thing, right? And you see that in the Four of Cups even, where it's behind the person offering the thing. This is sort of like coming into reality. This is that cup, you know, and it's coming through the means of a person. You know, this is one of those cards that it doesn't have to be about love, but it can be definitely about love. But it's about emotional fulfillment and about partnership with another person. There's an opportunity being presented. You might not initially recognize it as being very significant, but it's very significant. So let's keep going. What's this third card? Yeah, because you're not thinking about it in a... You're thinking about it in a very binary and rigid way. And so here is the Two of Swords. To round this out, it's the Two of Swords. You got to think outside of the box. You have to think outside of the box. And you know, the boy, I never do this. I couldn't help it. Many sexual jokes entered my mind when I said you got to think outside of the box, and it really made me think. And I said binary also. That's a really huge... I don't know that I'm so much there. I wouldn't judge anybody for being there, but like, maybe this emotional fulfillment's coming from a place that you're not gonna really have a recognition of the fact that you felt this way before. So you might find yourself feeling a certain type of way about a certain type of person that's not your usual type of person. So it doesn't have to be explicitly anything to do with sexual orientation in the sense of like gay or lesbian or trans stuff, whatever it is. But it might be something even a little more basic, like not your usual type. Let's just put it that way. Underlying the deck here is the Nine of Wands. That is the wounded warrior. It's the wounded healer. I think, and I don't quote me on this, I think it has to do with Chiron and Aries. Chiron is this smaller orbiting body, and it's that card. Chiron is associated as the wounded healer. But basically, one of the things that's really important to recognize about this is like your journey through a difficult time is about to come to an end. The card that follows this, of course, is the Ten of Wands, and that's where the person with all of those wands is finally getting ready to put them down, right? They're getting close to the house. They can finally release that burden. So let's go ahead and get a little outcome action going on here. I'm very curious now because this has got weird. I've never read in a way that I would suggest that you be open to something emotionally fulfilling that's out of your forte. You know, I don't know that I could accept that message because I'm pretty much know what I'm into. And if you've been here for a little while, you know it's Cancers. They just have it. I don't know what it is they have, but they have it. Anyway, outcome line, the Cancer. This is a Cancer card, the Chariot. Okay, outcome is the Chariot. Maybe this is my reading. I don't know. I'm hoping you guys are learning something. Maybe when I said my type is Cancer and you guys went, Cancers? Are you serious? Maybe that was the thing you needed to think outside of the box about. Okay, and then we got the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. It's a little bit of a dilemma here. What am I gonna do? I'm catching feelings for something not normal or something. You know, I don't know, man. You know, if this is for you, you know, but you've got some difficult decision. It's in the same column here, the Seven of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, it's all right there. Like, in the center of this whole spread, it's like there's just some decision that you think you might need to make, you know you need to make, and it's like, my my heart, it's a head and a heart thing. My heart is saying yes, my brain is saying no, kind of energy. Then we got the Empress. That is Taurian energy, but it's about creating something new. Okay? Yeah. The sign of Venus right there. Taurus is ruled by Venus. And I highly recommend it. It's great. Anyway, we got this creative energy here. This is lovely. Something new. Something new to create that could happen very quickly if you would decide to make the decision. Just be okay with it. And I get it. I get it. Underlying here is the Seven of Swords. I think in a lot of ways that could mean that you feel as if maybe you don't know if you can trust the person. That's quite possible. Or that you're being very, very tactful and thoughtful about what you're doing. This card, people associate it with lying and cheating and stealing and all that kind of stuff, but that's not really it. That can be it, but that's not really what the card means. The Seven of Swords is maligned for no reason. That's 5. He's stealing 5 swords away from those 7. Those are 5 swords that aren't going to wind up in the battlefield. So those are 5 swords that aren't going to be used in a murderous way. And if you think about the actual progression of the tarot, the 5 of Swords is one where it's about winning at all costs. And he's the one guy has defeated the other 2 basically, and he's got a smirk on his face because he managed to collect the extra swords. And the other 2 people are walking off, but it's like, okay, you won, but at what cost? And him taking away that 5 and leaving the 2, which is was underlying, or right, it's right here, the 2 of Swords. Rather than winning at all costs, can you think outside the box? And like, what is a strategy I could employ to make this a win-win for everybody? And I feel like it is funny though. It's Cancer, Taurus, and Libra. I see very prominently here, and Leo. Those are the 4, and actually they're at the 4 corners of the spread. That's really interesting. Yeah, you've got an opportunity that doesn't quite look like the usual thing that you would want to follow, but your heart is pulling you towards it, and I think you're a little scared. And I think the answer to that is to get strategic. Okay? To get strategic. Winning at all costs is like, okay, well, my usual type, I don't know, if you could use any stereotype you want. If it's if it's about a man, it's like, well, the man's got to be over 6 feet tall and yada yada yada, all the things, right? All the things that make short, poor men like myself very bitter. I kid. I am short though, that's true. I'll just tell you now, I'm 5'7". I'm old enough that I don't give a shit what you think of that. But that goes both ways, of course. It's something about this, if it is like a romantic connection of some kind, and again, it's not really like obvious that it's there other than that Knight of Cups. Is the Knight of Cups is bigger to me than the 2 of Cups. It means emotionally fulfilling opportunity being presented to you, basically, or you might be presenting to somebody else, but you're conflicted about it. Like, what can I do? I don't know. What can I do to entice this person? I honestly feel like it's something weird. Like you find yourself in some kind of mood, catching some kind of feelings about somebody that just isn't the usual cup of tea, and perhaps you're right on the cusp. It's the head and the heart. Classic story as old as time. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. A story as old as time. A 40-year-old man. A dilemma. I don't know. I'm gonna claim this. I actually really like this spread. This is really good. 10 of Pentacles right at the center of it. Yeah, let's go. Let's create something new together. Something beautiful. No more... Yeah, no, just full disclosure, full illumination of the sun. No more shady shit. No more confusion. Okay? Think outside the box. Bye, friends.